Today's about a big picture on environmental management and public policy, but it's also about sharing innovations that can be undertaken at a local level by companies in our industry. The reason why we set up a joint event between the CCAA and the IQA and the EHP was to really look at environmental management in the industry.
I see it as something that goes beyond just the business itself, you know. Everyone's got kids, everyone wants a better world for their kids to grow up in, and they can really see that the way that we operate in these places can have an impact on the greater community. So I really think it's maturing and it's a growing space and it's an exciting space to be part of. First annual environmental management seminar. You know, that we've got a great turnout today. There's lots of people excited and interested in what's in store for today. There's some great learning opportunities for the guys on site, as well as senior management, as well as government. We're all here in a collaborative effort, and it's a learning experience, and I think it's going to be a great day.
What's been really important to EHP over the last couple of years is adopting a more collaborative approach with industry, working together to achieve environmental outcomes. I think the key thing is considering the environmental factors up front. You know, we've seen it with health and safety. They're probably, I don't know, 10, 15 years ahead of us. You know, people don't think twice about safety. They don't think about, you know, people wearing high-vis shirts, hard hats, reverse beepers on trucks, the whole management around heavy machinery. We need to get that sort of environmental management culture sort of ingrained into operations, and I think that's where we're heading. And you know, this is the first environmental management seminar, and I think it's a real, you know, the fact we've got 120 attendees here today is a real sign that industry is sort of embracing the environment as part of their sort of operating practice.
Groundwork's been around since 1980, and we've seen a massive shift in terms of environmental management and the requirements across the quarrying industry. Not only have you got the social responsibility of doing the right thing, essentially from an environmental management point of view, but doing things right in terms of the environment and complying with your obligations under your environmental authority here in Queensland isn't just the minimum requirement anymore. You know, the department, the community are expecting us to do a lot more and really have, you know, leading practice techniques on our sites to make sure we're managing things like water and dust, and we are really seeing a huge push and emphasis across the board, not only from the regulator but from, you know, community and also from businesses themselves trying to improve their own environmental performance on their sites.
I think the biggest change right across the board is the fact that we've gone from a linear take, make, waste and sort of dump approach to one of systems thinking, where we're actually being inspired by nature. We're looking at achieving zero waste, and it's really because we've now got so many impacts that we're being faced with, whether it's regulatory control, whether it's climate change, whether it's even intergenerational change. You know, the younger generations have much higher expectations. So we live on a finite planet, resources are absolutely finite. Look, I really enjoy planting seeds and watching them grow. And look, this is an industry that the world basically has been built upon, you know. We wouldn't be in this building if it weren't for this particular industry and sector. So for me, it's about planting seeds and seeing where they may be taken into the future.
The importance of the industry as a whole is really that sharing of information and sharing of experiences and the interaction. For too long we worked in our own little silos, and as I said, particularly in the environmental space, I don't think quarry managers in particular had a lot of training or a lot of support around environmental management. So I think that's really the significant importance of today's event.
I thought that last section there was actually fairly interesting, and when they had all the points on there, you know, what they are focusing on, every one of them was relevant to my operation, so I thought the last part of it was quite interesting. It definitely affects our operations and other operations that we have got, because everyone said the same thing, water management, stormwater management, so I thought it was good.
There's going to be bigger emphasis on compliance within our industry. Not, I wouldn't say just so much quarrying, but concrete. So yeah, I think we're definitely going to see a bigger impact from these guys, and from that, you know, we've got to do things better.